Nebraska began preparations for Ohio State here on Tuesday. Hi, this is Sean Callahan for HuskerOnline.com. And the Huskers did get some good news on the injury front as they began the week. Mike Riley hinted that tight end Ethan Carter may be back. Well, he was back out here practicing with shoulder pads and a helmet for the first time in several weeks.
Oh, I mean, anytime you get a player as gifted as he is back, it's a huge boost to the team. It's a huge confidence booster for the offense. I'm sure Tommy's just ecstatic to have him back, so it's good for the whole team.
Yeah, it's not tough. I mean, it ain't easy when you get hurt your senior year. He put a lot of work in this offseason to get to what he wanted to accomplish, and it's tough to something like that. One of those plays to end him for 5 or whatever 3 important games. But I know that he's fired up. I saw him in the locker room today. He's fired up. He's ready to get back out there.
I was so excited for him because he a competitor. Like he was mad when he got hurt because he wanted to compete. And since it's this last year, I want him to get all his games in, and so he can have a good time in the ball.
As for the task ahead, going into Ohio State, into the horseshoe is not going to be easy.
Just great athletes. That's number one. Great athletes, and then they do a lot of different stuff with getting the ball out on the edge is a big thing for them, using their speed to get out in space. So we got to do a good job and leverage and a good job running from inside out.
I enjoy the competition, knowing that it's a top team, we're a top team, they're a top team. It's a big stage, big game. We work so hard to be put in this position. They worked hard to be in the position they in. So it's a big game, and everybody here very excited for it.
I heard it's big, it's loud, but I think a good thing about it for us is that we'll be playing the best fans in college football. So as a defense standpoint, I kind of like it because I like playing on the road because the fans aren't really yelling when you're out there, so we can finally communicate instead of when they're here we're trying to give out hand signals, and sometimes it's kind of tough.
You just gotta you gotta ready to come compete, so you gotta focus in on yourself and try not to let that get to you, and just believe in your ability and just know it's gonna be a good game.
How excited are you? Being from the South, to get a chance to play now in the horseshoe this weekend. I
really excited. I told somebody earlier, I just found out it's called the horseshoe. I didn't know what they're studying with, but I know it's a big game. It's a primetime game. Just like something as a child you dream about, like to play in one of these games. So it's exciting. It's almost here, so you got to prepare for it.
If Nebraska is going to go into Ohio State and win this football game, a big reason will be the play of their defense. And one of the guys that has stepped up his game considerably the last few weeks has been linebacker Josh Banderas.
Yes, he's last 3 weeks he's played at a really high level. His tackling, especially against Wisconsin, was the most physical it's been in a long time. He's knocking guys back, and those are real guys. Did a good job with linemen and punching it off. So what Josh is doing, not only for us at linebacker, but on special teams, he's really picked his game up.
It's everyone else. If you go back and watch that Wisconsin game, most of those tackles, I'm untouched. You got Mike sticking his head in there and taking up 2-3 blockers, and Dedrick doing the same thing, and Kamo taking up double teams with Mick, and the ends getting under. And I'm just untouched. I just happen to be the benefactor of my guys doing their jobs. So it's more of a team thing than it is me, I think.
Another guy playing at an all-Big Ten, maybe even an all-American level at this point, has been safety Nathan Gary.
Just being recognized, on the national stage, like I said, once again, it's a dream for me. Being from South Dakota, you don't really expect things like that, and you don't see much of people, from small towns and small cities on the big stage, and the family's proud of me, and I'm thankful for the support system I have.
Nate, he means a lot to this defense. He as a DB, he out of jail, so you got all of us, I run kind of crazy. You got different personalities, so you got this and that, and he just the glue to make everything gel together. If you don't know, he'll know it, and then he'll help you, breaking down film. He'll help you know what to look at and do all that. So we need him. He's a good tool.
And when you break it all down, really the task at hand this week in stopping this Ohio State offense is slowing down former Big Ten Player of the Year, J.T. Barrett.
He's a real good player. He can. I think I compare him to Tommy. He can reach on ground or with his feet and be in the air. And their offense runs through him. So if he doesn't have a good day, the offense doesn't have a good day. And so if we can cut the head off Dre gonna finish it right.
He's going to get some yards with his legs. What you got to do is minimize him, get guys returning once he takes off, and then really up front, being aware of where he's at. You know, it's a little different than rushing a passer like the kid we rushed last week, where you kind of know where he's going to be. So you got to do a good job of making sure you don't get on an edge and get pushed by him.
I mean, so we watch him. You watch him all year, and you watch him in past years. I mean, the dude's just a gamer. Makes unorthodox plays, makes the plays he's supposed to make, and you know he's big and he's fast and he's quick. So it's going to be a challenge just to kind of contain him and keep him at bay. But we're up to the task, and I know we got a good game plan going in for it.
Personally, when you look at it, he controls the game. So they do a lot of run pass options. So he the runner, he the passer. So if we could get him rattled and stop him, we got a good shot.
The Buckeyes also have several different talented skill players across the board, including Curtis Samuels.
The coaches is emphasizing on these receivers are fast and all that, but I mean the way I look at it, I'm from Florida. I mean everybody's fast in Florida sometimes. So I mean the speed is just like they say, it's no different from when we play Oregon. I mean those guys had speedy receivers, so I'm just looking forward to the test again.
Just everybody, like I said, everybody just has to do their job. You know, you can't just focus on one player. I mean, because they have weapons on the team, and there are a lot of explosive players on the outside, and so everybody just has to do their job and just be key to what they're doing, their assignment, and just go out there, give great effort, and everybody does their job, and we'll be okay.
In other news here on Tuesday, linebacker Dedrick Young and offensive lineman David Neville and Tanner Farmer did not practice. Nebraska also came in at number 10 in the first edition of the College Football Playoff Poll. They're one of 4 Big Ten teams in the top 10. With the Huskers here in Lincoln, I'm Sean Callahan of HuskerOnline.com.